Welcome to Not Tower Cinema. Today we are reviewing Friendship, which is a movie from A24, A24. What is it, Pepper? Is it A24 or A24?
I've heard it both ways, at least by you today in this video. I go back and forth. A24 is usually what I go with,
Hmm.
unless I want to feel cool and spell it out initial by initial.
Yes, and this is one that says it's from 2024, even though I feel like maybe that wasn't actual like theatrical release because I'm pretty sure it came out here in 2025.
It's an
Um,
A24 film, so if it's close, they just round down to the nearest 24.
That's true. That would make a lot of sense, and we'll probably see that on a lot of films this year because we've looked at a lot of trailers this year from A24, including this one, and that's where we first got introduced to it. So you can go back and check out what our hopes or thoughts were back then, and then maybe compare it to what we think now after we have watched it. Um, but yeah, we I think we were a little bit excited,
Yeah.
hopeful. We were hopeful.
It was an
Hopeful.
oddball for
It
sure.
was an oddball. We knew it could be good or it could be awful.
Yeah.
And we will get right into our ratings here. We do it a little bit different around here. We get to our ratings first, and then we talk about the good, the mixed, and the bad. So,
Yes.
Pepper, do you want me to give my number first, or do you want to give yours
I'll,
first?
I'll, I'll give mine first because I think I'm a pretty average rating here. I'm going to give this one a 7 out of 10. I watched Tim Robinson's I think you should leave or whatever his sketch show, and all that's very hit or miss. But the ones that are hit are really good, and I'm like, as long as they just pick one thing that's good and run with it the whole movie, maybe we've got a great thing here. I think it's more of the mixed, but it doesn't go as bad as some of his sketches go for me personally. So I had some enjoyment here. I don't think the trailer misled me. I got pretty much what I was thinking.
Yeah, and I might have. I also that's where I was mostly introduced to him, and think the same thing. There's a lot of ones that a lot of sketches that I'm or skits or whatever that I'm like, meh, not good, even to bad, horrible. But then some of the golden stuff is just gold. It's great stuff, and I was hopeful. And maybe I thought this trailer was more kind of jokey, like being like, "Oh, it was serious," but this movie ended up being, to me, feeling pretty serious, downy, and yeah, this. And once I saw, I did not realize this was 1 hour and 40 minutes because in my head I was thinking it was 2 hours or 2 hours 15 minutes, so it must have felt long to me. And yeah, that makes me. I got to give this one a 3 out of 10. I did not like this movie at all. It
Wow.
is one of the worst of the year for me, by far.
Wow. Well, it's technically a 12-hour movie for you. You fell asleep.
That's true. I also fell asleep. Maybe that's what made it feel long.
Three out
But
of 10. So we
yeah,
combined to a perfect movie.
exactly.
I
But yeah, the popcorn meter kind of agrees with what you're saying, but I think they're wrong.
think they're
Um,
wrong. He thinks
but
they're
yeah, I
wrong.
I think we've got comedy and drama here. I would say it is much more drama than comedy.
Yeah, yeah, I get those from IMDb, and it didn't have drama in there on there. So I
What?
somewhere else,
That
I'm like,
didn't
it's
have drama on
listed
it?
as
Are you
drama,
kidding me?
and it
Are you
listed
kidding? They just have comedy?
it.
Oh my gosh.
And they listed it on the other side. So I'm like, okay, good, I can put it on there. I'm pretty sure it's drama, because yeah, it can be pretty dark, and we can see we're very divided here. So I've decided that any positives that I had, I would move down into the mix. So we go through the good, the mixed, and the bad. And I'm like, well, you disliked it enough. I think we will drop it down into the mixed, and I will just tell you that everything is in the mixed for this movie, and I think that that is fitting for this type of movie, being a Tim Robinson, his type of humor. I think you're either gonna love it or you're gonna possibly hate it, and I guess that doesn't make sense because I'm in the middle of just being okay with it.
That's true, but I don't know. Yeah, I think I don't know. I don't know. Maybe if you really love his sketches, if you love more than you hate, because yeah, I would say it is kind of far between as to which ones I think are really great skits or
Yeah.
sketches. it's more misses, so maybe that's why. Maybe some other people really like everything. In that case, you're probably gonna love this, maybe. Um, but yeah, this for me, I think one of the biggest things is the humor. I just felt like it was really missing from the movie. It was a very depressing feeling. I try not to get into too many spoilers, but I have very strong feelings about this. Even though I fell asleep during it. I just, I mean, there were a couple of moments. You can't put them on the screen without having some funny moments. I'm not going to say, my gosh, I didn't even once smile while watching this. If I said that, I would have given it a one. So there are some funny things still, but I think they were kind of like it shows too few and far between for it to be kind of this full length movie kind of feel, and it was just the same skit for that long, so it just didn't work for me. Um, and yeah, I think that's the biggest thing because for me, this was going to be great if it had great humor, I
Yeah.
think. And since it missed there, that just kind of was not good. And especially since it replaced that with what I felt was like just this depressing mood the whole time. So it wasn't only not humorous, it was
Yeah.
very slow, sloggy feeling depressing.
Yeah.
And I kind of didn't know what was going on necessarily all the time.
Yeah. Because it's an odd character who can be very humorous with how he interacts with people, but in a very seeming kind of dark the way it portrays that type of situation where in his sketches it's usually in a regular situation he's the odd character. Here he's the odd character in a dark situation, and like you don't know exactly what's going on with all these characters. So I agree that there is darkness to the depression to the story and things like that. But I did really like the tone and kind of that and the music. Just the overall look and feel of the movie is very unique and kind of unsettling and weird,
It is unsettling.
which it's very much like the trailer. If you watch the trailer and you trusted that
It
that's what the
is.
movie was going to be like, I'm like, it really feels like that. So that's what you're getting going into it, and I like that it was what I was thinking it was going to be. It felt weird, and that's what I was looking for.
Yeah, I guess, yeah. I should not have taken the trailer as somewhat jokey or kind of being over the top dramatic kind of feeling joke, because that is not. That's what I was kind of taking it as, but I shouldn't have because it is exactly what the trailer shows, so I shouldn't really be that surprised. But yeah, I thought it'd be something a little bit different than that. So it
Yeah.
was maybe different expectations.
Yeah. Yeah, and the characters, I'll say I might be mixed on this one as well, where you probably more negative. I like when these two are on screen together. I think that there are some fun moments there. I think maybe it could be a little better, something more like Dinner for Schmucks, which is kind of very similar, but this is the dark version of Dinner for Schmucks. Could really be taken one for one as that. Um, but there are definitely some characters, especially I want to say Tim Robinson's character's wife in this one. I just thought was you might be supposed to hate her, but I mean, I'm like, I hate this character so much. And
I think
they're,
the only ones I liked were his kids. I think those were the only
oh,
people that I liked in this whole thing.
yeah, yeah, there's,
I mean, not
yeah,
saying I don't know that they played bad. I think they played their
yeah, yeah,
characters well. The actors and actresses did a good job, but
like likability
as
wise,
characters, I didn't like. I
yeah,
didn't like
yeah,
any of them really,
yeah, yeah.
and I wasn't sure if I was supposed to feel bad for Tim Robbins' character. I wasn't 100% sure if he was the one putting himself into this stuff, or if he's got some kind of I don't know something wrong with him that these other people should know it and not put him into these situations. Like people that would care about him shouldn't. I don't know. That's where I was like too. I'm not sure if he's supposed to be this kind of villainous character or not. I
Villain
don't know
or
who I'm supposed to
victim?
feel bad for. I don't know what's going on here.
Yeah,
Just get the kids out of that house.
I don't know. I don't know if they know. I don't know if they have a decision on what exactly is the good, the bad of what went down here in the story. It's kind of all over the place. It's Tim Robinson. It's about what you get.
As Tim Robinson would say, that's why I'm so effing confused.
One of
They
the
don't even know.
one of the golden lines from the show. But yeah, I think that's pretty much the whole movie. It's just like it's mixed. I'm a little more positive. Obviously, you're very negative. I think those are kind of the only other thing is to be very positive about it, which I think you definitely could be. I could see. I'm not going to say this is a terrible, terrible movie, and I don't think you would say it either. Although I don't know, maybe you would. You're close, but I think you would say people could enjoy it. It's just not
They
your
could.
cup of tea.
I don't know if you didn't like any of his comment. If you watched his special and you didn't like any of it, do you think there's any chance you could like this?
I think it's very low chance that you would like it, especially that
Yeah,
you love it. You might find something in there, but I don't think so.
yeah. I don't know. Maybe it just, I don't know.
Yeah,
Just felt too. It's not that it felt real, but that it's like I don't know. I want to be entertained by the movies. I don't want to just
yeah,
be confused and sad,
yeah.
worried about the characters, wondering, oh gosh, what's going to happen to them now? Nothing good is going on in their lives. What is going on here?
That's true.
So, yeah, that's just how I feel pretty strongly about it. Pepper, like I said, it's seven. He still thinks it's a good enough movie, but maybe wouldn't say it's one that he uh, would always go back to necessarily. I don't think I will be watching this one again. So probably won't go up for me. I'm sure by the end of the year I'll be like, yeah, it probably wasn't as bad as I remember. Because I will totally forget everything that happened in it because it has no storyline. But let us know in the comments below if you have watched this one, what your thoughts are of Tim Robinson. If you think he's really funny, if you don't, if you're like I don't like his humor at all. What you think of Paul Rudd's humor? I feel like Paul Rudd is always in those kind of character roles too. He likes to find himself in these depressing movies
Yeah,
sometimes, and
yeah,
I don't get it because he can be so funny of a guy, and I don't know why he likes to go into these kind of movies. I wish he went into more funny ones. We
yeah.
could have the next big time comedian, but yeah. Otherwise, we hope to see you on the next one. And as always, don't forget to keep on nibbling on that movie theater popcorn.